comics. This is stream 603. I didn't write it down. Okay. But yeah, there's there's been a lot of noise going on outside lately. In the morning, construction, and at night, like just a lot of trucks and a lot of motorcycles. It's like, come on, man, I'm trying to fucking work. I should record a new ASMR video this Sunday. I put the powder in first. Oh my god. Unsub. I hope I'm unhosting. Okay, there we go. As soon as I put some water in here, the powder's gonna poof. I wanted to paint today, but it's been quite a while since we talked about comic books. I think it's been probably about a month, and we're only gonna do 1 week's worth of comics before we switch over to Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Might be a little loud. We've also been playing a lot of Minecraft recently. I think I want to do a solo, peaceful mode Minecraft ASMR stream, or just a stream where we, in creative mode solo, draw some pixel art stuff. There is a moth on my window. It's been distracting me, and it's like this big. Its wings are out, looking like a cutie. Okay. Let's talk about comics. I need a fucking. There we go. I mean, I guess. So I have a good amount of books this week. I've got a lot of variants. Oh no. I think it's actually stuck in between my window and the screen. So if I open the window, it's gonna come in here. But it can't get out of the screen because the screen has like one tiny hole. Okay, well, whatever. Highlights of the week. it started last week or the week before. Top streamers, click it. This started recently, where they've been doing a lot of characters from their main book as Carnage. It's kind of cool. Well, kind of cool, it's really cool. Avengers 21 Carnage variant. We've got Thor, Iron Man, and Ghost Rider. All has like a kind of Carnage symbiote version. Carnage is taken over. Amazing Spider-Man 25. I need a haircut. The ASMR scares me. You don't have to watch. This is a scary cover, holy shit. Also, this book is like 60 pages. Actual Thor. Number 15. Another Carnage. I don't know who the fuck the people in the back are. I think this is the last one for this week. Venom 16. That's a nice one. The guy that was selling books. Yeah, Ozzy. Yeah. This one's actually from last week. This is No One Left to Fight, number 1. I have one that I got from last week, or the week before, I can't remember. But this book just recently spiked up in price, so I got the... He called you She-Hulk. What? This one just spiked up in price for whatever reason. Dark Horse has made a deal with Netflix and people are buying up number 1s, you know? Because you're here. What the fuck? Alright. Not top picks of the week, but still really good books. Justice League Odyssey. Number 11. This is part of the Year of the Villain ongoing event. It's probably going to last not this month, the next month. Critical Roles, Vox Machina Origins. It's the second series. It's number 1. So I enjoy Critical Role. I think their campaigns are pretty cool, and their adventures are pretty cool. Like their weekly adventures, you know. But I think there are cooler adventures. I think they get a lot of attention. It's well deserved, but I'm a little salty. But the book's great. All of the characters from the Vox Machina campaign are in here. Also, the cover is by Fiona Staples, which is definitely the selling point. She's been doing a lot of covers now that Saga's on hiatus. Saga should be coming back at the end of the year. They said it was going to be an 8-month hiatus, and I think we're coming up to that 8 months. Oblivion Song 17. This is Outcast comes out at the end of the month. And then this is the only Kirkman book currently going on because they ended The Walking Dead. Justin Jordan's Reaver, number 1. This is like Suicide Squad meets D&D. That's pretty cool. This is definitely the issue that brings the whole squad together. They're all just like a bunch of ragtag, you know, criminals, villains. One guy who's like, you know, wronged, but they come together to help out this like general, because there's, you know, this big bad thing happening that they gotta stop. So just a bunch of criminals that get hired by good guys. Art is fantastic, but I don't care for the comics themselves. I get that. Wolverine versus Blade at number 1. It's a one-shot. This is interesting. Like, the art on the inside is pretty neat. It's not like very comic book comic-y. Trying to find it. Somewhere near, yeah, there's 2 Wolverines because one of them's like a fucking vampire or some shit. I didn't actually get to read it, but Vampire Wolverine sounds fucking cool. We got Fallen Empire number 3. I'm wondering what Valiant is doing with movies because there's a Bloodshot movie coming out. I believe it's already shot with Vin Diesel as the main character Bloodshot. So I wonder if they'll introduce the Eternal Warrior, Psy, or any of that stuff. Or maybe some of the new superheroes. I think Valiant could do a really good job, depending who is who's producing the movie. As long as it's not Warner Brothers. I think they could do a lot better than DC. Lola XOXO number 1. Didn't read it. Cover looks interesting, and I'm always willing to give interesting looking See if it's worth bringing into the store. Got some True Believers this week, and this whole month is Carnage True Believers. So, of course, we've got the Amazing Spider-Man 361. Oh, I've got mosquito bites fucking everywhere. I've got one on this hand's knuckle, like right here, on my thumb. It's terrible. So this is a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man 361. I do own the book, but it's good to own a reprint, $1 copy, you know. We've got a reprint of Venom vs. Carnage. Yeah, it's in a spot where, like, I always hit it on shit. Like, if I'm walking, I hit it on my legs. It scratches it. I can't remember if this is the reprint where we see Toxin. I don't think so. I think this is just Venom and Carnage. Spidey makes an appearance. Okay, we got some variants. We've got the cardstock variant of Catwoman number 13. This is, I think, the last Archer Catwoman variant. He said that before. Back in like issue 7 or 6 or something like that. But, we'll see. It's a sweet cover, and I like. Listen to that. You can hear the sturdiness of the comic. It costs $1 more, so it better be fucking sturdy. It's a nice cover. We've got a Adam Hughes cardstock variant. This is all like most of the Year of the Villain stuff. Have these cardstock variants that cost $1 more, but have really nice art. This is for Superman 13. But there's no. Adam Hughes always does, well, most of the time does a AH, like his initials. But it's not on the book, and I don't know why. I haven't read this book since number 1, but Punchline number 7. The cover is slightly yellowy white. But look at that dress. That's nuts. Little Pooh Bear. I like this series because it's about a superhero trying to learn her powers on the way. And it's very much like Naomi in that sense. There's no hidden origin. Like Naomi's origin was hidden for a couple books. This one is, plain as day. We've got some Xena, a book I never plan on reading, but David Mack does the covers. It's pretty great. Sorry, I haven't whispered in a couple weeks. I think this is last week's. last printing of Doomsday Clock number 9. It's just a black and white version of the cover. I don't even remember what happened in this one. Oh, this is when the Justice League goes to Mars to confront Dr. Manhattan. We've got a Watch Dogs comic. Where's Lizard? There's only 2 parts to this, but the book is very hefty. A lot of pages. I didn't play the games, but I know a little bit about the story from the first one. So I'm hoping this will give me a little bit of insight. Stealth, welcome. I hope you're having a good night. Or a good day, depending on where you live. Oh man, this is the cover A to Spider-Man number 25. This book is $8. It's double the price of a regular book. I mean, it's got double the pages. It's 60 pages, but come on now. That's a lot of money for a comic book. It's kind of outrageous. You're in Brazil. Nice. I hope it's cool there, even though it's probably really hot. We've got number 1 of Invisible Woman. We can kind of see down here. That's not gonna help. Nope. AH for Adam Hughes. This is an Adam Hughes cover, which is why I got it. I don't particularly like the Fantastic Four. That's nothing against them. I just don't really like team books very much. We've got a Jenny Frison cover of Wonder Woman 74. Not too keen on this one, but it's part of her collection, so kinda gotta have it. Here's a variant for Symbiote Spider-Man number 4. I actually didn't get cover A because we didn't have enough for everyone, because I think we had a new person ask for Symbiote Spider-Man, so I gave them the cover A and I took the cover B, because this is a cool one. You know, it's Black Suit Spidey and Black Cat. Seems good. Got Venom number 16. Venom feels like it's slowing down a little bit as we shift into Carnage next month. I guess at the end of this month, it feels like Donny Cates is shifting his focus away from Venom and more on Carnage. So these, I don't know, it doesn't really feel like filler, but it feels like less. I don't know how to describe it. This one I really like. The Strangest Superheroes of All, X-Men number 1. This is a facsimile edition. That means it is a fancy word for a reprint or photocopy. This includes every page and every advertisement from the original book. If you know just 20 people, you can make at least $50 more. More likely $100 to $200 in your spare time. Multi-level marketing on the back of a comic book. Freaking pyramid schemes. Wallace Christmas cards, and everyone loves Wallace Brown cards. Do you know 20 people? Of course you do. What? These comics are for kids, young adults. Trying to find more advertisements. Curious Coins, Odd Paper Money. That's pretty cool. I think someday we'll do a ASMR look at some of these facsimile editions, because they've done, well, they did New Mutants 98, Wolverine, no, maybe they haven't done a Wolverine one yet. I think they did, they did, Incredible Hulk. I don't know, 20 people. They did Incredible Hulk 181, and, I think one that I skipped, but they're, Marvel and now DC are reprinting, a lot of, like, very expensive books, so I'll never actually get to read the original, unless I read them online. So, having a chance to read them, in this form, in their original form, sorta, it's on new comic book paper, so that just means it'll last a little bit longer, but it also has all the advertisements and whatnot, so I think that'd be a really cool video. Just like going through it and reading, the first X-Men. X-Men before, Wolverine. Alright, we've got Batman number 74, Father vs. Son, Desert Showdown. Thomas Wayne has been making himself known. I don't know how exactly Bane got a hold of him, but he's from like a different Earth. So Bane's got a lot of power now, I guess. We've got Batman in The Outsiders number 3. I like this team. I like the team mainly because it's got the Signal. I forget his full name, but the Signal is one of my favorite Bat family. It's probably like Batwoman, Batman, then the Signal. Oh, yeah. The Spectre. I Am Vengeance. Detective Comics number 1007. The Spectre makes an appearance. I also really like the art on this cover. It's very, late 80s Batman. Like all these heavy shadows. Like, everything's just like black or the color. Looks just super nice. His cowl ears are a little bit longer. It looks really nice. Sandy cheeks. Even the art on the inside. The art on the inside looks a little bit like art from the 90s. It's interesting. I mean, I like it, especially with the Spectre. It really fits. We've got Event Leviathan number 2. The couple new faces on the cover. Honestly, I don't know who that is in red. But the top left person is Mr. Not Mr. Jesus Christ. Plastic Man. Too many people that can elongate themselves, stretch like fucking Gumby. because it's basically them trying to figure out what happened to Clark Kent. Superman got kidnapped, and they're trying to find him, trying to figure out what's happening with this Leviathan character. And it involves Lois Lane being a journalist, and the Question and Batman teaming up to be detectives. So it's very much a detective book. And we've got the most disappointing book of the week, House of Whispers, number 11. I really wish Neil Gaiman would write Sandman again. I don't know. All of these books that tie in with the Sandman universe don't I don't know, they just. I like the dreaming, but that's about it. In this one, you see the Corinthian from the Sandman. But that's it. That's every now and then they just make references to Sandman in House of Whispers and think that that's enough to really grab me. And it's not. Okay, last book for the week. The other books in here I have are discount graphic novels that don't count as new books this week. This one it's from last week, but it's new this week for me. This is an interesting one. So this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 98. Cover B. So this is the Eastman cover, the original artist for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the first appearance of, I forget her name, but it is a female turtle who is going to join the team. Seems pretty cool. Yeah, I will. She seems bored. So that's pretty cool. This book is pretty expensive because it's the first appearance of a female turtle that's going to join the team. A fifth Ninja Turtle seems really cool. So I hope it does well. I hope they go forward with it. I know she makes another appearance in the next one, which doesn't come out, I guess, for another 2 weeks. So we'll see. I can show you the box I got this week. It's a Walking Dead box. We've got the Prison Crew. But last week, I have the books somewhere. I'm not going to talk about last week's comic books, but last week they officially ended the Walking Dead comic book. And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel a little relieved because it's finally done. But also I need more. So I'm not sure. Not sure how to feel. I'm curious to know other people's favorite comics. Or at least newer comics. My chair is a little bit too squeaky for ASMR. there's those variants, and then the actual Absolute Carnage book that's coming out in August has, well, we're ordering 100 copies of the number one, and a bunch of the variants for that. I think there's like 10 variants, and I'm gonna get them all because Carnage is one of my favorite symbiotes. Not my favorite, but one of them. Well, this one shows it a little bit better. Got Rick and Lori and Michonne and Andrea and Carl. And I think that's Tyrese. Two of the people in this are alive in the end of The Walking Dead. I'm not gonna tell you who. Every now and then there's like big bangs that happen. I'm always afraid they're not like fireworks or electrical boxes blowing. But then I remember what town I'm in. No question. Well, I kind of asked a question of the day. What's your favorite comic book? Could be of all time. Could be currently going on right now. Could be anything. I think maybe not next time for ASMR, but I think maybe someday I want to do an ASMR stream where I don't talk the whole time. I think it could be really fun. Just do like traditional ASMR sounds. We'd have gunshots. Yeah, definitely not here. Sometimes it sounds like it though. Okay. Well, that's it for comic books today. We're going to switch gears and do some D&D stuff. Should be fun. Let me get some stuff situated. Okay. You like a lot of different comics. Maybe Lower Descender. I was the only one I read all the way through and didn't forget where I was. Yeah, I definitely think that Low is the one you like the most. Okay. So let's do some D&D stuff. last time. Just I'm mad. Welcome. Are you mad? Okay, so we obviously created this. I want to know what kind of article this is. Cause I'm not sure. RPG report. Maybe this. Yeah, okay, okay. Okay, so what should we call the first actual session we had in our campaign? I've got some campaign notes here that I want to bring into this because they met some characters and whatnot, you know. They met some new faces, went to some new places that I need to make articles for. Oh, we can get to that later. Oh. So I really want to be on top of keeping track of time and time of year and whatnot. So I've got to get the calendar going. I do have a calendar, but I don't have a calendar like printed out, which I should probably do. Like make one in Photoshop. It is a established 10-day week, 3 weeks a month, a 30-day cycle with 2 moons. Okay. Do you want there to be more of an emphasis on saying when we eat and such? I would prefer, yeah. Report date, that is today. Actually, this was on Sunday the 7th, is that correct? Yep. So, I do have a road. We should make a road. God, What's the road called? Spire Way or something. Spire Road. This is a game, right? Wow, this is me world building for Dungeons and Dragons. We've got where I'm currently. Let me find it. So this is our homebrew, or made by me, D&D world so far. Our adventure so far takes place around here, and I'm in the process of fleshing everything out, making it make sense on paper so I can reference it later. So this, we're working on recapping what we did this past Sunday. That way I can easily make the next part of the adventure. Yeah, Spire Way. We're gonna make it so we can travel the whole world or continent. Yeah. I mean, I've basically set up like roads. I haven't drawn them, obviously. But like the way towns are situated, you can like infer roads that lead up and through and around. There's also like paths to take boats, you know. You know, maybe not in this adventure, but maybe in next adventure, you know, we start out with characters over here. Or maybe we start down here in like some desert area. And it involves maybe more of just this region. Who knows? This map isn't done yet either. There'll be reasons to go. I mean, there's reasons to go anywhere. But maybe not with these characters, or maybe with these characters because we might be with them for a while. Okay, a road that leads directly from here, steer to the northern reaches. Okay, I just want to create this so I have something to reference in this one. Rewards granted. I don't think I gave any rewards. I didn't write anything down. Nope. Missions completed. You're gonna luck. Okay, for you. You're gonna luck. Have good luck. Our reward was not dying. That's fair. Okay. Missions completed. Arrive. Steer. Before that, defend. Is that how you spell caravan? I guess those are the only missions. It was just a whole session of travel time, which I hope was not too boring. Okay, missions completed. We got that. Characters interacted with Blank Main. Trying to say disengaged enough not to spoil anything. I understand. I hope everyone's having a good night or a good day, depending on where you are, what time of day it is. Okay, we interacted with this there soft. We interacted with a ridge. I don't have a does Witch have a last name? Let's see if we can generate one. Let's see. He was a human. Where are you from and what time is it? I'm from the east coast of the US and it is 11 p.m. Witch Realmaron. I kinda like names that also like they give away a little bit of what this person might be or what their profession might be. And Witch is a bard. So I'm not sure what kind of names we could give him. I need a last name for Witch. Maybe not Raul Maron. Excuse me. So which is the human part that they met? Which carries? Let's see. Where is it? A wonderfully crafted lute. He also carries the Codex of Nurdles. Why am I whispering the big capital letters in my title that say ASMR? Screw that guy, screw Widge, why? What's wrong with Widge? You don't like him or his loot, why? What's wrong with Midge or Widge? Okay. So they interacted with Widge. Is it just whispering? It's more of an auditory experience inclusion if you go looking for. I mean, ASMR is anything from whispering to tapping to mouth sounds to, this kind of shit. So, I mean, I've been producing ASMR content for a year and a half now, in various forms. We just got done talking about and showing off and tapping a bunch of comic books. And, yeah. Let's see. I guess that's. Oh no, they also met the Bear King. Created content. I don't think I said anything new. I didn't have to write anything new. So let's just write a big section for notes, I guess. So notes. They noticed the two moons. I guess the moons themselves should have names, but yeah, whatever. They noticed the two moons. Passed through the sacred guess I should write a little quick sentence. I can come back to any of these articles and flesh them out. I'm just getting as much information down as I can. Okay, so they pass through Valon. I would also disagree that most ASMR is women moaning loudly. There is a lot of that, but if you dig hard enough and just search correctly, you'll find that there are a lot of male ASMR artists. Passed through the desecrated town of below. Followed the road around Lake Graster. So you gotta create one for Lake Graster. How big is this lake? Pretty big, right? This is Lake Graster. This right here. And that took 2.5 hours. Doesn't really seem like much. Okay. I'll come back to this. This one published. I think it is. Oh shit. What should we call it? I don't know how to label this. That's like a campaign. I might come back and relabel it. But that's okay. Okay. So I've made Lake Craster, Valone, and Widge so far. Let's talk about Lake Craster for a bit. Do I have a name for like this prairie? It's not really a prairie, but it's like flatland here. Because it'd just be hills, not flatland. No. I don't know if I actually want this lake to be touched by some rivers. Like in this picture, there's clearly some rivers, but I don't know if I want those. I kinda just want these waters to be still and, contained. I want to talk about Is that the right word? Is that the word I'm trying to think of? Find a way around. Yep. No. I want to convey that the building of the bridge on Lake Craster is important, but slow, as well as difficult due to like robbery or people coming to like try and stop the progress of the building. What do you want, Grammarly? Don't tell me my grammar's bad. Lack of funding and several robberies have halted the project many times. As such, bridge only beautifully constructed. The three islands situated on the lake are what are they? I can't think of words. Can't figure out how to describe what they are. Clearly they're islands and they have things on them, but not very much. islands situated on the lake all have unique qualities. The first island connected to the mainland via the bridge product. It's weird how just like one or two words can really change the direction of a paragraph from a sort of bustling area to a desolate area. A dilapidated shack built long ago. The third island has a I don't like, has. Dilapidated shack built long ago. Alright, I gotta take a quick break. I gotta think about these islands a bit more, so I don't actually have the islands here. But there are 3 islands here. And I want to think about them a little bit more. When I come back, we're going to get rid of the ASMR. Now we're getting to the end of the video. I'm gonna keep the sounds going. But I'm going to go back to full volume. That way I can it just helps me think a little bit better if I don't have to concentrate on being, quiet. I hope you all are having a great night, and I appreciate you being here. Like I said, I'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Just gonna stand up, stretch, use the bathroom, stretch out my vocal cords a little bit, and get a new drink. I appreciate you. See you soon. apologize for anyone. Let me get out of the ASMR stuff. So we're done with ASMR. I'm gonna keep the sounds going, but you know. Hey, what's up? Can take ASMR out of our title, description. Okay, now we're good. Okay. So we're talking about Lake Craster. I'm also trying to describe these things without giving away too much. A good thing about World Anvil is that they allow for you to put little notes here that are only visible for you in this red section. So I can write that they, maybe one of them touched the water. Well, one of them did touch the water around the lake, so maybe that affects them later on in some way. Or maybe there's something hidden underneath of the shack. And it's also like for notes for me, in case I ever want to do something, I can just quickly refer back to these. And that's pretty cool. Okay, so I don't think that these are fairly mundane, though. I guess an island with just plants and an island with a shack, it's pretty mundane. The second island, however, holds. What's another word for holds? Is "15-foot high obelisk. Floating obelisk. Obelisk is, I have a description here. I hope everyone's having a good night, by the way. I say that as many times as I can during the night because I really do hope that you're having a good night. Everyone deserves to have a good night every now and then. The obelisk is bluish green. Okay. So down here in the notes, we can say that Adrian, I don't even know if that's the fucking character's name. I have the sheet somewhere. I really hope that that's right. Adrian touched the water. I think there's a lot of names in this group that start with A. It's a little confusing. I think her name is Anna. Anna journeyed. That's not how you spell journeyed, is it? That's definitely not right. Journeyed to the middle island. One of the characters decided it was prudent to make their way to the obelisk to try and see what was going on, to investigate it. And didn't really meet anything other than noticing things about the obelisk. What else? What else are notes that clearly only I would know? The language on the obelisk is a derivative, abyssal, demonic in nature. The obelisk is emitting or is enchanted by prison magic. J? What if that's how you spelled magic? M-A-J-I-K. Prison magic. Prison Mike. The first island really is just a mundane island. Nothing to it. Is that not how you spell? That's definitely not how you spell fauna. Spelled it wrong. The third island Shake is an illusion. It's an illusion. Not quite sure what exists below the island, but we can at least put some things in notes here to seed some potential adventure or adventure hook. These markings appear to be some form of abyssal language. The water in the lake is a similar shade of blue green. I use commas a lot. I don't know if that's necessarily right. The water in the lake is a similar shade of blue-green to the obelisk, only lighter. The water itself is I I want the water to be natural and not really have anything going on with it. I want the obelisk itself to be the one changing and warping the water. The water itself is let me think. Harmless. Even though when someone looks into the lake at their reflection, they see a malformed version of themselves. Malformed version of themselves. Themself. Okay, themselves is the correct English way. What else? Their body twisted, eyes glowing, This guy does it all. What's up, Casey? How you been? I mean, we just got done talking about comics. We did ASMR. We're doing D&D. And tomorrow we've got Minecraft and Visage, which is a horror game. Monday's World of Warcraft. We got a lot. We got a lot of shit going on. You know, I can't just play one game forever, do one thing. I just get too bored. I get really burnt out if I do the same thing over and over, you know, in terms of like gaming. The body twisted and misshapen, eyes glowing, and aged. Beyond cognition. Sure. Painting, writing. Yeah, of course. Next Wednesday is the next painting stream. And I want to try out some new painting stuff. Might still follow a Bob Ross one in addition to what I want to do. And hopefully by then I can have a new easel. Eyes glowing and aged beyond recognition. Okay. I don't really need to say what this illusion comes from. It's an illusion. Prison magic. Something is turning the water weird. These are notes only I see, so it's okay. I can say this shit. Turning the water weird. Makes people see weird versions of themselves. Perhaps the obelisk is to blame, or if the obelisk is a prison, or what's a lock? How do you what's the thing on a prison? How would you say that? Like if the obelisk is broken, the prison is also broken. If the obelisk is a prison, or the lock of the prison? I'm not. There's another word. I need synonym.com. Seal. That's what I need. So many different things. You'll slow down the growth of being the best at one thing. That's your dilemma. I don't strive to be the best at any one particular thing, other than providing content that people want to watch. Sometimes I can get a little salty playing some games. Sometimes I can get a little heated. But for the most part, the people that do stick around because of me and not because of the content that I create, or because of the games that I'm streaming. They enjoy the content that I create no matter what it is, and that's what I'm trying to be the best at. Yeah, I like to keep it fresh too, because as a Twitch viewer, I don't watch streamers that stream one game. Whoa, hello. I watch streamers that stream a variety of things because I enjoy the streamer and not necessarily just the game that they're playing or whatever. So that's just that's my philosophy. If I wanted to be realistically, I could have made Partner probably last year if I would have streamed only Terraria content. Terraria content was the biggest boost for my channel, but I got burnt out because I played Terraria too much, and streaming just became unfun, and I kind of ran out of things to do in the game because I just played it so much. I had one of my highest view streams ever. As of today, the highest viewed stream. I think it was at 132 viewers at the time, which seems like a lot, but also doesn't seem like much. It's a lot for my channel. Playing Terraria, and I could keep that up and continue to play Terraria even with the new update. It could be okay, but I know I'm gonna dislike streaming, and I know I'm going to eventually fall off if I don't have fun. I want everyone in the chat to be able to talk to each other and talk with me and have a place to kind of escape and relax and calm down and have fun, things like that. That's definitely my goal. Much more important to me to create a connection with someone than play a game that they enjoy, and only that. Because then if I decide to play anything else, I'm not going to get those people. Like, for instance, if you look at Ninja streams, Fortnite and some PUBG and some Final Fantasy, shit like that. His Fortnite viewers only watch him when he plays Fortnite. 40,000, 50,000 viewers. And then when he plays Final Fantasy, he gets like 1,000, I don't like that inconsistency. Alright, seal. Seal's the word I'm looking for. The being locked away could be causing the mental instability of the creatures looking. I like the idea of something being imprisoned in the lake, and it's like its influence is kind of oozing through the cracks of the prison. I don't know why it's imprisoned there. I don't know what it is, but I like this idea that there's not actually anything wrong with the water. But when someone looks into the water, they see a malformed, misshapen version of themselves, very twisted and purple and old and glowing, and that's because this being that's being trapped here is oozing through and reaching the minds of the creatures around it. It's interesting. There will be classes in college in the future on how to stream and make video content for YouTube, how to interact with your subs, how to get people to spend money. 101. How to get 12-year-old viewers to spend money. When you're done talking about this, so I know it's safe to come back. I'm still talking about potential things. None of this is fully realized yet. So, I mean, if you want, you can stick around. I mean, there's already like there's not like content creation classes as far as I know, but there's like like film classes. Those really help. Producer and director stuff. It's all the same basic community speaking or what's the word? Being able to persuade. What's that word? What's that? Like public speaking, where you have to like convince a bunch of people about a certain topic. That's like similar, you know. You can take a bunch of different things. You can take stuff from radio classes, because there's classes on how to be a radio host and how to get into that part of persuasion. Yeah. Had you muted and check in every once in a while? I see. How to relate to your preteen viewers 101. Play Minecraft, because everyone fucking loves Minecraft. That's how I relate. How to get them to grab their parents' credit card with their permission, or attach their Amazon Prime account to their Twitch account, and you get a free month sub every month. Stand up the test of time. It's because they're so simple, but there's so much to do with them. PewDiePie proved that everyone loves Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft. Any kind of sandbox game can last a while. Like something like that. Like exactly. Like it's very much a Lego type of game. Like I guarantee, Casey, if you go to Target or Walmart and you look in the Lego aisle, you'll see something and you'll be like, "Damn, I want that." And like if you buy it, you'll go home and you'll fucking make it. There's something about Minecraft that's just so simple and so cool about like making things and battling very simply that people enjoy. Eventually, Minecraft's going to get too complicated with the things that they introduce, and people aren't going to like it. Or they're going to want the older versions of Minecraft and only play those. Like, I think there's too much in the game right now. And they just added a bunch of stuff. It's some cool stuff. It's like a cool game still. But I want original OG Minecraft. I want to go in to some mines in the original Minecraft. That's what I like. Now this like flying shit and enchanting and shit like that. No, man. Only in short amounts. It's so basic that I can only make your own goals for so long before boredom sets in. That's fair. I also really take my time with things. So like building a bridge takes me like 2 hours because I have to get it just right. You know? They need to teach chemistry though, which chemicals to mix with other elements. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want a like a real life Minecraft Lego world. I went to Lego World when I was in fucking uh, Disneyland. Disney World? Disney World. Whichever one's in Florida. It was really fucking cool. I'm like that with everything? I mean, yeah, you're right. Listen. Listen. Okay? Listen. Teach economics through it. There's a sort of trade system with the villagers, but it definitely needs some work. Economics could be cool. Okay. Do I have anything else to write about this lake? The villagers give you actual garbage. Emeralds for rotten flesh. Also, by the time you discover a villager or a village, it's like pretty early in the game. You like might not have emerald. I never have emeralds when I see them. Like, what the fuck? Real world business practices. I will give you 10 hours of my time for something I don't actually need that's useless. Because that's essentially what money is. It's your time. Time's money, friend. Midway between the town of Steve and the city Iristir. Back to lurking, cleaning. Sorry to hijack. No, it's all good, Casey. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good lurk, man. A good rest of your night. Mr. Krabs had it right all along. Yes. We all saw him as greedy and grubby, but he's just trying to, make a living. He's trying to have a business. Good old American business. Underwater American business. This and the city of Iristir along the Spireway is Lake Craster. What's the logo on my hat? The logo on my hat is the G Fuel logo. It's like a little cup like this being poured. That's it. I'm getting my artist to work on my logo. My on print logo with no words, kind of like this. Does G Fuel work? Oh yeah. G Fuel, I've got a little bit left. I'll probably chug at it a little bit. But I use just one. I hear the big guys talk about it. I use one bottle of water. Yeah, it's just powder. Comes in a little tub. I use one bottle of water and one scoop, and it's good to get me through the couple hours that I stream. Before I started drinking G Fuel, by the end of hour 2, I would just feel sluggish and bad because I've been talking and active for 2 hours after I had already worked 8 hours, so it's a little tough there. G Fuel gives me just a little bit extra, and it's 0 calorie. Or sorry, it's 25 calories. Sugar free. It's got a bunch of vitamins and shit, and some caffeine. So there's that. There's also a 0 sugar, 0 calorie like hydrogen or hydration formula. It's also pretty good, but it doesn't really give you that much of a boost. That's more just like a smooth, flavored water. Monster, I do not recommend. It's a great drink. It for me, it doesn't really do anything, but that kind of caffeine, that kind of amount of caffeine can really give you a crash afterwards if you're not really accustomed to it. And G Fuel is very, very good. I yawn when I stream though. You're gonna make me fucking yawn. I yawn too, but yeah, I only stream for 2 hours, but I'm never used to talk at all during the day. I mean, I totally understand. Some days I'm just like, I'm just tired, even when I'm drinking G Fuel. I still yawn, and that's just a fact of holding basically two jobs. But it's very good. If you can shake it well enough and deal with a little bit of like powdery grittiness that comes with having a formulaic drink, a formula drink. The flavors are fantastic. I have 3 tubs right here next to me, and even more in my little thing here. It's very good, very good. G as in gangster rap or G as in force of grip. It's it's G for gamer fuel. I don't have a button to get back to that. Gamer fuel for elite gamers. It's nasty. Sometimes my brain and hands don't go at the same spurd. I missed a Chad from you. Sometimes my brain and hands, it's nasty. I only saw the exclamation, or I only saw the asterisk, it's nasty. So I don't know if you put more than that. Probably good to blend with. You need G light. Yeah, the typo makes. It's better that way. Okay. Um, I mean, you could mix it with ice and fruit. It could be really good like that. A lot of the flavors are very fruity, so you might have to find complementary fruits to make it a little bit more natural tasting. I think nasty. I thinks nasty. Gross. What the fuck? Oh. Rude. They make chocolate G Fuel. I don't think so. I tend to stick with whatever flavors they give you in the like sample kit because they have like a bunch of sample kits that come with like one-off tastes, so you don't have to buy a whole fucking tub that's 40 servings without like a description of the fucking flavor. But for the most part, they're all good. I'm not sure if there's a chocolate one. Okay, I gotta figure out why it's named Lake Craster. I don't know why that name came to me, but it did. Sitting in the lake are 3 small islands. Efforts are being made to construct a bridge between them and the opposite sides of the lake to make traveling to the northeast easier. As it stands, travelers must take a few extra hours to circumvent the lake via Spire Way. Craster from Game of Thrones? No. Not that Craster. Fuck that guy. Though the bridge project is integral to decreasing travel time, it is a slow-moving project. Lack of funding and several robberies have halted the project many times. As such, the bridge has only been fully constructed up to the first island. That guy's a fucking pig, man. And a creep. The 3 islands situated on the lake are fairly mundane. The first island, connected to the mainland via the bridge project, holds nothing more than grass and little plant life. Then grass and what the fuck? Nothing more than grass and what? And patches of flowers. Three Island or Three Eye Raven. I think I may have Game of Thrones on the brain. A little bit. I'm still not ready to talk about Game of Thrones, dude. Someday I will discuss my thoughts. That day will be a very interesting day. Very salt filled. Okay. The third island hosts a dilapidated shack. I don't know if I want. I want to go in order. I was going in order of mundaneness. Yeah. The second island is dominated by a large 15-foot high floating obelisk. This obelisk is bluish green with markings written over a majority of the surface. These markings appear to be some form of the abyssal language. Maybe I don't need to have the abyssal language part. It's just not actually important unless someone actually goes to it and investigates. Show is dead to me. I mean, it's literally dead to everyone because it's over, but I'm never going to rewatch it. The third island hosts a dilapidated shack, weathered and broken, and perhaps once a shelter for someone crossing the lake. The water in the lake is a similar shade of bluish green to the obelisk, only lighter. The water itself is harmless. I don't know if I should put that there. Copy. When someone looks into the lake at their reflection, they see a malformed version of themselves, their body twisted and misshapen, eyes glowing, and aged beyond recognition. Locals do not go in the lake. No. The bridge project is slowed partially because of workers fearing falling into the lake. No. Workers fearing... How do I say this? Partially because of this, maybe? Workers fear seeing themselves. What? Lakes reflection and take extra precautions. Is it precaution? Precaution. Precaution. Extra precautions. Do not fall in. Local folklore. I want to convey that, like, people don't want to go in this lake. People in the area fear the lake. Definitely precaution. Precautions, let's go to fucking dictionary.com. A measure taken in advance to avert evil or to secure good results. That's precaution. Precaution is not a word. I'm giving with you. Ah, okay. You're giving with me. Nice. The bridge project is slowed partially because of this. Workers fear to see themselves in the lake's reflection and take extra precautions to not fall in. Yeah, goof. You typed it. Local myths have spread through the region and convinced people that stepping into Lake Craster, haven't said the actual name in a while. Is there a spot down here for myths or some shit? No. That's it. Wow. Steam notifications. Local myths have spread through out the region and convince people that stepping into the lake. No. That's. Yeah, but you thought it was a word? Listen. Okay? Let's see if I can rewrite this in generations of locals have spread tales of people walking into the lake to bathe and coming out scaled, misshapen, or even I just fucking hit myself with the damn pop filter. Pop filter. Or even partially rotted. Walking into, again, we gotta actually say the name. To bathe or swim. Generations of locals have spread tales of people, of people walking into Lake Craster to bathe or swim, and coming out scaled, misshapen, or even partially rotted. Scaled or misshapen? Nah. I use the word or too many times in the sentence. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm not a fucking English teacher, you know? These myths have spread throughout the region, and now every traveler knows not to stop and test the waters of the lake. I don't know, I like that. Every traveler knows not to I'll use swim here. Some say even a drop on your skin is enough. Nope. I don't want that. I think that's enough. That's enough for this, like, topic up top here. Also known as... Nope, don't need it. In the hill-covered lands between the prairie woods and where else? You can say the Black Downs. In the hill-covered lands between the prairie woods, the Black Downs, which I still need a article for. Lake Craster sits. What did I use up here? Midway between the town of Steve and City Eurystir. In the hill-covered lands between the prairie woods and the Black Downs, Lake Craster Sits. I like the word sits. I don't know why. I like sitting. Lake-Craster sits still. No, this doesn't need to be a flourishing. We can just say Lake-Craster is situated in the hills. Situated in the hill-covered lands between the prairie woods and the Black Downs. Spire Way warps around the edge of the lake. Let's see, freshwater is at the edge of the sea or an ocean. You can also talk about the views and natural beauty. 3 islands. Whoa! So most of this stuff we've already touched on, and we'll probably need to remove from this area, but I'm just kind of reiterating things for myself more than anything. 3 islands. Rest on the lake. 1 connected to the mainland via a bridge under construction. The still the lake. What do you see when you look at this lake? What kind of beauty? It says you can also talk about the views and natural beauty of the location. Travelers cannot help but immediately notice the large floating obelisk in the center of the middle island. On the lake. That might just be it. Lake-Craster is situated in the hill-covered lands between prairie woods and Black Downs. Spire Way warps around the edge of the lake. I feel like there should be more in that sentence, but whatever. 3 islands rest on the lake, 1 connected to the mainland via a bridge under construction. Travelers cannot help but immediately notice. I guess that's okay. Flora and fauna, there really is none. Apart from grass and very few flower species. There. You wanted a Gatorade? Oh, I thought we had more here. I thought we had like 1 or 2 more. Apart from grass and very few flower species. There's something. Use them all. Rip. Rip. Apart from grass and very few flower species, Living organisms. Nope. There are... What the fuck, dude? There... Oh, I don't want to use very few again. I can say apart from grass, there are very few flower species. And no organisms living in the water. That sentence is horrible, but whatever. Wood from the forest, grain from the fields, sheep in the rolling hills, and metal and stone from the bowels of the earth. Natural resources define all the assets that can be found by prospectors or can be exploited by the population. There are none. Ruler, owner, none. Organizations contesting the ownership of the location. Nothing. Parent location. I need a name for this area. Just like zoop. I guess it would be technically the Prairie Woods, because the Prairie Woods extended a lot farther than anything else. Let's take a look at it. Can also get some sweet pictures. Oh, this red is only me, I think. I think. I think so, yeah. That's cool. Okay. Still got a little bit of time. I could start one of the prompts this summer, or this month. World Anvil is doing a summer camp thing. 30 days, 30 prompts, 300 words apiece, and you can win some prizes. Let's see what our prompts are. Describe a lush and fertile location in your world. I could probably use, for some of these, I could probably use you know, Prairie Woods. 300 words is not that much, actually. I think a tweet is 100. Well, no, a tweet is 150 characters. 300 words is like 3 paragraphs. It's like not that much. In actuality, like, let's see. Lake Craster. Can I see how many words this is? What? What? Oh, hey, there's me. I guess a nod. Thought I could see how many words I had in an article. I feel like this is like 300, this whole article. 14 advanced issues found. Advanced issues. Okay, so I can write any of these prompts. Let's see. Write about a collection of culinary recipes from a particular culture in your world. Describe a commonly used vehicle in your world and who it's used by. Write about the properties of a material which is used for clothing in your world. Describe a major technological breakthrough. Write about a popular card, dice, or board game in your world and how it's played. That's kind of cool. Describe the functions of a vehicle used for military practices or conflicts. Write about the history surrounding a unique artifact. Describe the functions and uses of a commonplace item. Write about a material which is extracted, mined, or quarried from the ground. Describe a physical condition associated with old age. What? Write about a mental illness. Culinary traditions that are unique to an ethnicity. Write about a great thinker in your world. Describe the tales in your world designed to make naughty children behave. What? Like Santa or like Krampus? Write about a conflict that shaped the political climate of your world. Describe the tenets or precipices of an organized religion in your world. Write about an influential woman in your world. Describe some common idioms and sayings. I'm not good with that shit at all. Write about a tale surrounding a mythological creature. I kind of like that. I like mythological creatures. Describe a culture in your world which has particularly warlike traditions. Write about a typical house or dwelling. Describe a country in your world, including its political structure. Write about a creature that is used as a beast of burden or transport animal. Camel, I guess. Something similar. Describe an isolated or frontier settlement and how it survives in your world. Write about a construction. There's a lightning bug in here. Constructed or natural landmark. I guess that's a good way to initiate the spire. Spire Way is a road that leads. I'm not sure if I want the road itself to lead like from here. I don't know where I want it to start. Maybe just like a northern road that meets with a road in Iristir that goes all the way up through here, up the Black Downs, through Withered Willows, all the way up to here. Or maybe like all the way over to here, which is what I want the spire to be, I guess. One of these. Describe an inhospitable area in your world and what its environment is like. Write about a ceremonial building in your world. Describe a settlement that is famous. Write about an important plant. Describe a lush, fertile location in your world. I'm going to do building. Let me read the prompt again. Let me keep it up. Over $5,000 worth of prizes to be won. Prizes are given out via prize draws for those who successfully complete gold, silver, or copper. Okay. Rules at the bottom of the page. I see. Instructions. You can choose how you want to take part and complete the prompts in any order you like. Pace yourself by completing one per day, or do as many as you like in one go. Doesn't matter. Challenge deadline is final. Read each prompt carefully and make the best article template to expand your world building. If you're stuck on a prompt, ask your friends for help. To enter, you must click the prompt button to create the correct article template. Once you have written 300 words or more, you'll be able to submit it. Articles must be public and published, not drafts. Click the submit button. Okay. No plagiarism, no art theft, only one account per, yeah, whatever. Can I submit old existing articles? It's to expand your world building. Okay, so I can't use the Prairie Woods because I've already written that. How do I enter? Are the World Anvil staff taking part? I won a prize. I don't know what kind of prizes there'll be. Oh shit. 3x year-long Dungeon Fog memberships. A digital copy of How to Be a Great GM. One fully customized, drawn and colored region map. This map will take 50 hours and usually costs £1,000 or euros, whatever. Pounds. Yeah. It's just pounds. Example map here. I clicked How to Be a Great GM. I mean, this map's pretty good. But like, it took 50 hours? There's like 4 towns. Unless this was like completely drawn and not used in like Wonder Draft. Like then I could see it. But these are clearly like templates. The Dunes. Whatever. 5 copies of Epic Iron Rise Steampunk Adventure board game. 1 free loot box subscription to 1 winner for 6 months. 10 dice gift set. Okay. I mean, I'm not particularly invested in any of these websites, so I kind of just want to use this as an excuse to write things about the world. Building in a time before all this wonderful technology? No. I can't imagine what fucking J.R.R. Tolkien went through. Tolkien must have had like notebooks and fucking notebooks and notebooks of like what everything is, because the lore of Lord of the Rings is like so vast and like needlessly vast, you know? And he like drew all the maps by hand. Like fuck. Let's see. What's a menacing word? Menacing words. Dangerous. Fuck. Evil spires. Sauron. This looks like the Fable one. Yeah. I got the idea for a spire from Tattered Spire in Fable. This is World of Warcraft. I'm afraid what I might see here. I don't trust Google. All right. There's a dog hair in my keyboard. What's my favorite comic book? Probably Saga or Sandman. But current ongoing book? What's a book that I actually read? Every book. I feel so bad for that moth, man. I have to open my screen. Like, open it from the outside. That's annoying. I don't know what my favorite ongoing book is. The only book that I actually read all of is Doomsday Clock, which is The Watchmen 2. But I don't think that's like my favorite. Dog hair in our mouths, our food, the air. Yeah, you're right. Shivering Spire. I don't know if I like that. What's another word for spire? Steeple. Looming. Nefarious. Malignant. Kind of gross words. The two on the nose, though. You know? Saruman's spire was called Barad-dûr. So it had an actual name. That wasn't just like menacing. So I need a little bit more. Location type. Alternate name. The Shivering Spire. Maybe we have a real name for it that makes sense in the world. I guess I'll come up with a name at some point. Tapering, conical, or pyramidal structure at the top of a building, often a skyscraper or church tower, similar to a steep, tented roof. Looking up the definition of spire. So, I think I've kind of established that this portion with the woods was a kind of elven area. Humans came from down here, so maybe they controlled like this portion. I've gotta actually just sit down and make the like creation of my world. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll probably write some after the stream. I think that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. Whoa, hello. Guess I shouldn't put that there. We can go here. That way I can actually look. Hello. That's going to do it for me tonight, guys. Hope you all had a great night. I'm going to continue to work on this after the stream, and then tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll see you. We'll play some... I'll probably play some Visage first. Get some spookiness out. That way we can focus the second part of the stream on Minecraft and play some, maybe some multiplayer, or, depending on who's on, it might just be me. That's okay too. I hope you all have a great night, and thank you for stopping by, and thanks for the follows and the hosts and all that stuff. I had alerts turned off today, and I apologize to anyone who did want to see their name come up. But there's always next time. Have a good night, everyone. Bye!